Hello, this is forecaster Dante Brown-Royal from the Weather Advanced Storm Prediction Center. Here's just an update on what the weather's going to be over the next week or so. There's not going to be a lot going on in the weather department, at least in the eastern half of the nation. It's just going to be cold. There are going to be little spurts of, this is a typical La Nina year. It's going to be little spurts of colder air, of snow that'll happen in the Great Lakes or in the Northeast as little clipper systems come through. But what I really want to show you is that it's going to be cold. Temperatures will be around in the 30s. So let's go to this is the GFS model via Tropical Tidbits, one of the sites that we love to use here. So credit to them for providing this. We take no credit for this at all. But if you just look, for example, into, this is early this morning. We had temperatures below freezing, which explains some of the freezing rain that you had up into northwestern portions of Maryland, into Pennsylvania, into areas in New Jersey and New York. And then you can see, you see that there's warm air coming up into this storm system, but it's not even mild air. It's temperatures that'll be in the 40s. You won't get any 60s or anything as you head up into areas of Ohio. But look at the cold air that's coming in behind us. You're talking about -4 degrees this morning in areas of Minnesota, in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and they have a lot more snow on the ground there than you would have here in the Northeast. So you're going to go forward into, we're going to see how this during the day. You might not have temperatures that make it above zero in areas of the Midwest, and that's just cold. Even here in the Washington D.C. metropolitan region, we're actually going to focus on that because the mere fact that, trying to focus on the whole United States is a burden. It's a lot of work to do. So, but the freezing rain might continue into areas of central Pennsylvania. There were some ice storm warnings that they posted last night for areas of central Pennsylvania because temperatures will have a hard time getting much above freezing. Even where it is no ice storm watches or warnings or freezing rain advisories in the DC metropolitan area, temperatures are ranging from 37 to 45 degrees. There's no real warmth out here. It's a cold rain that a lot of people are getting today. A cold front will push through as you head off into tonight, into tomorrow. And look at how cold the air gets behind that. You're talking about teens and 20s as you head into tomorrow morning. As you head into areas of tomorrow morning, you're talking about temperatures in the 20s. So there might be some icy patches on the roads early in the morning. I don't think that'll be any problems as it pertains to schools because people are kind of used to dealing with some icy patches. Now, the snow we had last Monday and last Thursday, that's a bit different because that came down so heavy and so quickly, and things froze so quickly. That was a problem for a lot of people. But as we go into Monday afternoon, temperatures will barely get above freezing according to the GFS model in the DC metropolitan area. In southern Maryland, you might get around the freezing mark or slightly above. Areas up in the Northeast, you'll be in the 20s, teens and 20s most of the day. And then as you head on into Monday night and into Tuesday, temperatures with them already being below freezing will just cave. You're going to see at the peak of early in the morning, you might have some teens and 20s and low 20s, even in the DC metropolitan area. Look at the teens that the models are predicting in areas of Michigan and Ohio, and below zero in the areas of Northeast and into Maine, into New York, into Vermont, and New Hampshire. It even has a temperature down there around Boston 1 up as of 11 as a projection. That's some seriously cold air, guys. That's dangerously cold. So have your kids wrapped up to the best of your ability. Temperatures are not projected to get out of the low 30s, 20s, and 30. And this is not the time of year where the sun angle helps to really heat up the atmosphere. It'll help a little bit, but it's not going to override the cold air that's there, if it makes any sense. So I wouldn't expect temperatures to get much above freezing on Tuesday. As you head on into Wednesday and Tuesday night into Wednesday, you're talking about you're seeing some light at the end of the tunnel. But as you head on into Wednesday, you get some of the coldest air stretching all the way down. This might be a little overdone because you have the cold air stretching all the way down in the mornings all the way into the Carolinas. And now by the evening, this warms. This is a nice warm up. It's weird when you call a warm up when you're in the low 40s. So, but generally, considering how warm December was and early January was, this is cold weather. I know the cold front comes through as you head on into Thursday, and you can see the cold air that's coming in. There might be a little storm system off the coast. I don't think that'll be much of a threat for any snow. Maybe up into the areas of New England. But depends on the track of this storm. I say it on into Friday. More temperatures in the cold, and it doesn't have to be just below freezing. Cold can be anywhere around the freezing mark up to about 40. As you can see, as we head all the way into next Sunday, the cold air kind of hangs around. You get some mid-50s as you head into southern areas of Virginia, as you head into next Saturday evening, and then as you head on in through Sunday, another short blast of reinforcement of cold air comes in, and you can see just around a lot of the Northeast and the upper Midwest around Michigan and Ohio. It just stays cold, and we're not going to go too far beyond our 174. We're going to go to 180 because that ends about a week, and these models have a problem sometimes going too far into the future. But the key factor as you look at things right now is the amount of cold air. This is probably going to be the coldest stretch that we've had probably in the last couple years as it pertains to temperature wise. And then if you look in the long range, it gives some indication that maybe the polar vortex comes down and it gets really cold. But I don't really see much snow for the most part within the next week, or much precipitation at all. Right now, as it currently stands, I think it'll be more of a drier and colder pattern for the month of January, for at least the first half of the next week of January. So just bundle up, stay warm, and as I always tell you guys, and I really mean this, have a wonderful week. Stay safe as you get into this upcoming week. Stay warm and be nice to everyone, because you never know what anyone's going through. Some people are going through stuff you can't imagine. Some people, behind their smile, there's a lot going on. So don't judge them. Be supportive. Be loving. If things don't seem right, they're probably not right. But sometimes you might not have the words to say. I encourage you just to be there for that individual, because you never know how that might affect them. I know I'm going off on a rant, but I really encourage people, especially with the times we're living in right now, try to be there for one another. Be nice, be kind, be loving. That's really important. I mean, even with videos like this, I know some people put in the comments, I've seen the comments of things people have said towards me, and I'm learning to ignore some of the negative ones. But you have to, as people, before you place those comments, think about how that might affect someone else. If you don't have anything positive to say, why would you want to purposely bring somebody else down? Be nice to everyone. You have no clue what your words might mean for someone. So, with that said, I'm going to end this video. You guys have a wonderful week. If there's anything new that comes up in the weather world, we'll bring that to you. We're currently redesigning our website at weatheradvance.com. You probably saw that we're making some Minecraft videos. There's a new video series that's going to come out on Tuesdays, and starting in a couple weeks, called Transparent Tuesdays, where I'm going to try to be transparent about something that I'm dealing with or going through in my life, or whether it's some days it just might be a daily vlog about what my life is on that Tuesday. But in retrospect, there's going to be some cool features. PG Park Saturday, that's what we're going to try to go through over the summer. Spring and summer, we're going to try to go to some parks in the DC metropolitan area, starting with Prince George's County, and we're going to look at some beautiful spots that are in Prince George's County, some beautiful parks, and I encourage some of y'all to go. I'll encourage some of y'all to go visit these. I'll give you the location of the park. You're going to see some video of the park. It's going to be some nice, cool things that you're going to see come from this company as we move forward, because while weather is one of my passions and one of the things that I enjoy talking about, I enjoy mostly winter weather. We'll post some weather videos during the summer too about possibly hurricane season. But there's other things that we can do outside of just talk about the weather. So you guys have a wonderful day. Remember what I said earlier, be kind to everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Be safe, stay healthy. Bye guys.